Hello and welcome to Flippin' Live, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview live stream. Today, well, we're live. Anyway, hey, listen, Kyle Bridgett's here, everybody. Before I bring him in, I'm not going to make it. Wait, yeah, I'll bring him in now. Kyle.
Happy 70th anniversary, Mad.
What was that? What was that in your hands?
It was Mad or something.
I don't think that was Mad. I think I saw that.
Actually a crack. Oh, it was actually a crack. I can't tell the difference, you know?
Oh, my goodness.
No,
how are you doing, man?
Mad is better because it has me in it. So
yeah. That's this live stream is better because it has you in it.
And Noah Van Sciver.
Everybody, please welcome in Noah Van Sciver. Where's Noah?
Wait, he's not here?
He's not. No. He didn't show up.
Are Aragonas and Jaffe still coming?
I think they are. Yeah, they said they're running a little late. They're carpooling. Noah sent me a message, and he was going to be here, but he said he's sick. You know, he went to the doctor recently. I don't know if I should tell this, but he said he went to the doctor, and they ran some tests. Okay? So the doctor came in, and he said, Mr. Van Sciver, you must quit masturbating.
That sucks.
Yeah. You know, well, so Noah asked though. He said, what's wrong? Is it hurting me, doctor? Is there something wrong? Should I be aware of something? He said, no, Mr. Van Sciver. It's just really, really distracting.
These doctors are such prudes.
They're prudes. They're prudish. It's all that, you know, you'd think a guy who went to Brown University would have.
That's why I only go to doctors who are hedonists. Because they understand, you know.
Yeah. Good old hedonism.
Yeah. When I go see my doctor, I want the nurse to be feeding them grapes, you know. While they slather me up with their medical jelly.
Hello, Mr. Bridgett. Hey, Mr. Bridgett. Did you know that people really ought to hit like and subscribe on this video? And please leave a comment.
I don't like to tell people what to do. You know, if you don't want to hit like, if you don't want to hit subscribe, you know, that's your business.
But also like, don't undermine me. Like right after I say
me or them.
Yeah. You.
Well, you phrased it like you're talking to me. I didn't know you were using me.
It was using it as a prop. Channel. That's it.
Well, you should tell me ahead of time. You should definitely hit like. You should hit subscribe. You know, ring that bell.
Yeah. What's the phrase you use? Be a ding dong daddy.
Be a ding dong daddy and ding that bell.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, if you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. I got to name off the people. I get to name off quite a few people who support me on Patreon right now. Wait a second. It had to refresh. That's Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Yeah. If you're watching right now, if you're one of the 9 people we have tuned in, leave a comment because I want to say what's up to you. Ben Stone. Ben Stone's been watching all my videos, going back through all of them. Hey, what's up, Ben?
He's got the bug.
Yeah, he does. He's got the mad
flip
bug. Head. Harvey Esquire says, "Happy Godzilla Day." I don't know what this means. Is it like?
I always think of Godzilla Day as kind of a solemn occasion. You know what? It's pretty high death count. You know now at this point.
Is it when he showed up, or was it when he was bombed, like and created on Bikini Atoll or somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know exactly how they figure that out, but yeah, I'm assuming it'd be Gojira Day if it was based on the first movie. Yeah.
Dude, I watched that first movie with my daughters. The American version.
Oh,
yeah, the one with what's his face.
The guy whose like job it is to come in and be like, yes, I'm an American.
Yeah. Blimey, look at all of these Japanese dying. That's basically what he does. But it was okay. But my kids can't watch the subtitled one, so they'd get bored. So it was but it was fun. They enjoyed it. And I don't know, it's good. All the special effects are pretty awesome.
I loved it when I was younger. I finally saw the original, a screening of the original. Like, this was now 15 years ago or something. But it really spoiled me for the American version where they've got that actor cut in.
Yeah. What's his name? His name's like Richard Bean or something. I forget.
I can't remember. He's just one of those like journeyman actors or whatever from that period, I think.
Yeah. I got the Criterion Connection, the Criterion edition of it. So it has that Japanese, the original Japanese, and then in a sub menu it has the American one. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. Hey, check out who else is here. Angel Acevedo, Sketchyworks. What's up, man? Great to see you here. Demir is here. Demir, wonderful to have you. I'm not playing the video game. I will be next time, I think. Sticks McFly saying, what up, dudes? Oh, look at nice. Canonically Crumb, Kyle. Very creepy.
That's true. There's a new episode of Canonically Crumb, the only show that explores the comics and characters of the Crummyverse, over on my channel, Low Cozy Nostril Enterprises. Probably in the show description. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how prepared Patrick is, but if you jump over to my channel, which I'm sure you already subscribe to, there's a new episode, and it's very, very unsettling. It's the most offensive one yet. So.
The most offensive one yet?
Easily.
The Jumpin' Jack Flash. I just put the not in the show description, but in the here. You know what? I think I can do it right now.
Don't put it in the chat. They'll go watch it instead of watching.
I did put it in the chat. Oh God, we're falling. The viewers were.
Oh man. And if they just jump over there and then come back, that's going to affect, my my watch through numbers.
Ah, crazy.
You're just screwing me. You're screwing me today, Patrick.
Well, listen. It was recently revealed to me that my lack of preparation and forethought is not as charming and endearing as I once thought it was. If people find it,
that was me telling him that.
And tiresome. So I guess I have to start putting effort in. All right. Look at. I think it's when he got his Holly star. Oh, it's Hollywood Walk of Fame. Oh, okay. Harvey, do you have like a calendar that just tells you what day it is? And it was Godzilla Day? Weird Al movie? No. What is
He's
this?
got like day to day toilet paper.
Yeah. I bet I got a Mad Mag that you don't have. Mad special anniversary issue. 70 years. Dumb. Oh boy, are you going to be eating crow? Look at that. I got this issue.
I've got it too.
Yeah. Just because I don't
mine's
have a
different.
Subscription. What do you mean?
Mine's different somehow. I don't know.
Oh my God.
This is a cracked again. I really can't tell the difference.
So here we are. This is the reason we have gathered here today. Going through Mad, the special anniversary issue. The last time I was on a live stream, I sort of lambasted this cover, and then everybody said that I went too far. They said that I got overexcited and I needed to reel it in.
Did anyone say you didn't go too far enough?
No, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for you to chime in and egg me on a little bit.
I was busy.
Yeah, sure you were. What are some claims they make of this? 70% new material. Well, almost, probably, maybe in dog ears. Is it anywhere close to that?
There is a surprising amount of new material, I think. I did a sort of thumb through before.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of new material, a lot of articles and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like the articles kind of make sense if this is what Mad is going to be. If it's the the nostalgia Mad or whatever.
Yeah.
It might as well have articles, like.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're
I like the cover. I don't know what your problem is.
But okay. All right, well, are you just saying that to offend me, or are you saying that like truly you feel that this is a good cover? This right here.
I feel like the composition isn't great. I feel like the hand could be a little bit more in there, but I like the gag. When I saw it, it's like it's Alfred because it's got the missing tooth. And that's a nice. I'm a sucker for a nice like wraparound cover too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool little touches here. It's got that I don't know what the number is, but it's the new Mad there. I think that's the last one with that border in that run that has Alfred on the cover. It has the Norman Mingo painting on.
So this one, yeah. Wait, I thought maybe that would have been the first magazine issue.
That's no, what I don't think so because of the blue, the red border and the blue.
Okay,
I think that's the last of that run.
All right.
Before they switched to just like regular Mad style covers, but that's the one with the Norman Mingo cover. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, where it's
you can look it up on. You can look it up. I mean, that was just what I thought off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on madcoversite.com.
I don't know what the number would be, but however many of those that they did, I think that's the last one before they dropped the border.
Yeah.
Probably whenever Kurtzman left.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, the first one was yellow. It looks like Mad.
The first one's kind of like a greenish, like money color, isn't it? That's what I always think of.
Yeah, here, let me switch over to. Is this going to work? There we go.
Yeah, that's the one it is.
Yeah,
so that's like the first. That's not the first appearance of Alfred, but that's like the famous Norman Mingo.
Yeah, it's the it's been reproduced like crazy, right? I think I have like a nice print of this one. Oh, it's not on the screen anymore. I'm looking at it, but you guys can't see it. Good job.
What's this other one here? Hornsby?
This is the one that Tom Richmond did for the Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, that's a fake.
Yeah.
It's a fake one for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's an odd
Hornsby
choice.
It is kind of an odd choice, but I think it was probably just like a just like a nice little Easter egg from Fredrickson. I bet they're pals, right? Mark Fredrickson and old Tom. I call him Tom.
Then we've got what's her name? Moxie or whatever her name is.
Kazanovsky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's pretty, man. He looks good as a lady. I'm just gonna say it. I've said it many times actually. Another Norman Mingo, the Who Needs You Mad cover right there. And yeah, man.
Gaines.
Got the Mad.
I believe that's an actual lamp. I think you can actually buy that lamp. I think I've seen that on like Facebook collector groups.
Yeah. Dude, Mad did like a lot of merchandising. It's kind of insane the amount of things that you can get that are Mad branded.
So I've only looked at the digital copy, so I'm very curious to see what the inside cover looks like. If you're about to flip,
yeah,
I mean we can still talk about this cover if you want, but
no, I'm over it. I've talked too much about that cover.
Oh, okay. So it is what it is like on the digital copy. That on the inside cover is the table of contents.
Yeah,
that's strange.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be an ad or not an ad, but what were they doing?
It would normally be on the facing page.
Yeah. And they would have like a house ad or something, like subscriptions or
or in the new Mad, like in the
there's the picture
old like repeats Mad. Yeah, it's usually they take that space to have some sort of like reference to some sort of historical thing, usually something really old.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. All right. So look at this. Weird Al loves Al Jaffe, or what? Weird Al loves Wacky Al Jaffe. That's new. Sergio presents another Mad look at Mad. The Bathroom, Mad Movies satire, Hijinks on the High Seas, Horrifying Crochets, Tom Bunk visits the Mad Senior Home, Alfred and Omega, Nope, Mad cover, Spy versus Spy is new, so Peter Cooper got to do that. So probably not 70%, which, you know, in fairness, they did say it's probably not 70%. Then Dick DiBartolo's Magical History Tour, Remembering Paul Coker, Who's Key.
So here's my question: is one of these, and I flipped through this already, but I can't remember, is one of these a fake out? Because
Susie likes doing that.
Yeah, Susie's had a fake out in there every single issue since at least whatever.
I think
started the reruns. I don't even know what to call Mad now. You know, I don't know how to distinguish this from, you know, like I don't want to call it Burbank Mad because there's like a good year or so of like solid material, you know?
Yeah. I would say it's probably Horrifying Crochets as a little wink and a nod to Paul Coker.
Yeah, you might be right.
Because when I skimmed through it, I did not see any crocheting. It's bullshit. Listen. So you were saying switching over to like articles and stuff would make sense, especially if it's just going to be a nostalgic Mad tour.
I mean, not switching over, but having a few. I think that could be interesting, you know? Like it could be like kind of a cheap way to have new material that is like makes sense, because it's kind of weird to have new stuff, especially if it's only like 2 or 3 pages slipped in of comics. It's like you don't really know what's a repeat and what's not, especially when they have like 70 years of material. You know, I didn't really read Mad a lot from about 2001 till about, you know, 2012 or whatever. So it's like anything in there could be new as far as I know, and a lot of the artists that are around now are from that period, you know. So
well,
I don't know. I think articles could be nice.
Yeah, I don't know how I guess it sort of depends on how they do it, because like I hate reading. I I don't like retrospectives. I find them like a little too self-congratulatory, too much back padding. And I always liked the way Mad made fun of itself. And so it's like, I have not read this, you know, but my guess is it's like a loving look at how influential it was on Weird Al.
That is a bit of a problem with Mad, because it is so beloved, you know, that it's hard to maintain the sort of self-deprecation in a way, especially when you bring in other people to talk about it.
Well, I guess, and like, I don't mind if it's like, if you lose the self-deprecation, but then to like shift over to like, you know, it's, I don't know.
But a later article is by Dick DiBartolo. So it's like, if you were to bring in like, you know, people who had been in Mad, or people kind of understand, like you could tell people like who are writing the articles to say like, hey, remember that like Mad stinks, you know, like you know, like you don't want to just be gushing about it, you know.
I think that, I imagine that would be a problem, because like if you get asked to write an article about a magazine, you don't want to criticize the magazine that invited you to write an article. But and like, well, I'll go back a little bit, because I don't mind articles. Like I wouldn't be bothered if they went into more text-based humor, like they earlier on when it was a magazine. They had a lot of stuff that was just like so much reading. It's like,
well, wait, before you flip here, I wanted to ask you, have you seen the Weird Al biopic? I think it's called Weird, the Al Yankovic. Did I say Al Jaffe? Weird Al movie. What is it called? Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
No, I have not. Somebody asked in the chat about that. I think it was.
It looks great. It looks like I mean, it could suck, but I'm really interested to see it.
It's the guy, Harry Potter was in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays Al, but it's not like it's
Elijah Wood. That's who, right?
It's satirical of biopics.
Yeah.
So if you've seen like the trailer for it, it actually looks quite funny. And it's like Weird Al's really the only person you could do that with, you know?
Yeah. So it's like they're taking things like the Ray Charles movie or Johnny Cash movie and kind of lampooning that, but also telling his story. Is that basically
A
how they're
little
doing
bit,
it?
but I think it's like totally off because like as far as I know, Weird Al is like he doesn't drink or do drugs, you know. And in the movie, he's like banging Madonna, and he's like he's getting like strung out on drugs. And the guy from The Office who plays Dwight, he's like his manager or his like producer or whatever, and he wears like a tuxedo with a top hat, you know, the whole time. You know, so it's like it's very corny humor.
Yeah.
But
what
you know,
is it? It's like on a streaming service, right?
Roku. It's Roku TV.
Like, how do I see that? How do I see Roku?
Do you have
TV?
Roku TV?
No.
Oh.
So am I
guess then you stream it illegally. you go into Google and you type "watch weird the Al Yankovic story online."
Yeah.
And
right.
you don't click any pop-ups.
No pop-ups. Okay. I can figure that one out. I can handle that probably. But Daniel Radcliffe, not Elijah Wood.
So anyway, this is a really nice illustration by Ed Steckley.
Dude, I love it. I forgot about Ed.
Yeah, very nice. He's got like lots of like little issues he slipped in, like digitally, obviously, but
yeah, it's beautiful. They did like, I don't know, maybe technology has gotten better, but I feel like usually when they do that, like you see it in comic books sometimes where they'll like slip in text from a computer, like digital text onto thing, and it just stands out a lot. I don't know. I feel like they did a pretty good job slipping those in.
He's done some work, obviously. Like you can see on some of the covers, you can see some like distortion that he's put in.
Yeah. Like this one somehow works. It's the Batman one with
I mean, I really don't think he drew those.
No, not at all.
There's no way.
I'm just fascinated that he's able to do that. And it actually looks kind of good. But I don't know, he has a cool style, dude. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Too far. There we go. All right, I want to look at some Basil Wolverton.
I've been calling him Basil.
I think I don't know what the proper pronunciation is. I think both are acceptable, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just on the last flip through. I think it's the one that's coming out tomorrow. There's a whole thing with Monty Wolverton.
Okay. He makes appearance in this issue.
Monty does?
Yeah, he's got a cameo.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
as a drawing of him.
Oh, is it this baby?
No. That might be two. I don't know. I'm guessing he wasn't born yet when this came out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know how old he is.
I mean, he's got to be old as shit now. I mean, like his dad.
This is from 54. Maybe.
Yeah. Because
I mean, he's a working cartoonist, you know, he's not retired.
He's still doing things?
Yeah. I'm friends with him on Facebook, which means I'm not really his friend. But I see his stuff. He just kind of like it's like political cartoons, but they're in like his sort of style, which is like somewhat like his father. Like it's evocative of his father's, but it's not the same. Yeah, he's good. He's funny, you know. He's a bit of a lib, but he's funny. You know?
Yeah, he's a libtard.
Bit of I wouldn't go that far. You know, sometimes I have a little bit of a cringe, you know, just because like I have more radical politics, I think. But
yeah,
you know, he's on the right side of history.
I at almost all political cartoons, I cringe a little bit. I don't like. It's something I've never really gotten like since I was a child. I would just like read them. It's just like, okay.
Dr. Seuss is the only one who did it right, you know.
Yeah, with the like the pro lumber book he made. What was that one?
The pro lumber book. No, I'm talking about like his World War II cartoons.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like with the one where the guy cuts down all the trees and
No, he did a
ends up
daily
being
cartoon. I think it was for Judge magazine.
yeah.
During World War II, up until America entered the war. It
Yeah.
was a great book, actually. It's called Dr. Seuss Goes to War. I don't know if it's still in print, but it's definitely worth picking up.
Huh.
If you want to see Dr. Seuss drawing like Hitler and Mussolini.
That does sound like something I want to see.
Yeah, yeah, and they're fantastic political cartoons, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like part of it that like not having lived through it and not being attached to any of the politics of World War II. It's just like really it's like easier to accept those, like because it's not something I'm bombarded with constantly. And so I'm not annoyed by it. It's like, oh yeah, Hitler was a pretty bad guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of them are pretty upsetting. Like some of them are like, you know, he comes down on the side of like Japanese internment and stuff like that, you know, and, which is like kind of unfortunate. But you know, it's very interesting to see from like a historical perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limbaugh? You mean Lorax?
Someone must have done that parody at some point.
That is what I was talking about, the Lorax, though. Yeah, that was like kind of political, right? Yeah, Dr. Seuss's depiction of Japanese people, though.
Yeah,
that was sort of like the carte du jour, right? I mean, that was. I mean, is that like a cop out to say that? Like those were the times. I get the sense a lot of people don't like that, but sometimes it like that was the times. Like DC Comics,
like Japanese cartoons are drawing themselves that way too. You know, I think it's Hokusai has like a collection of caricatures of like different like I don't know what you'd call them like phenotypes of like Japanese people. And it's like very racist if he wasn't Japanese, you know, in the 19th century or whenever he was. But 17th century, whenever that was.
Yeah, Americans are like ready to get offended about it, and it's like, oh, it's a Japanese artist. Okay.
I mean, no, it's not good, you know. Like I would be like I wouldn't want my kid to like flip through that book, you know. Until he's like old enough to understand, like to some degree at least, like the historical context of it.
Yeah. But the well, that's actually there's a DC guy. I think he's currently working at DC, but he had a book. Gene Yang is his name, and he's like an artist writer, and he's Chinese American, and he had a it was like kind of like young adult graphic novel called American Born Chinese. And in it, there's this character called Chinky.
Oh, yeah. I have a like, comics journal about that issue. About that.
Yeah, it's a really, really powerful story about like these like identities he had as a young man. And so there was like this depiction of like just an American boy, like your average American white male, basically. And then there was this other character, which is like a Chinese immigrant character. And then there was Chinky. And it was
he's
like,
dressed in like the Mandarin style. And he's like,
and he has like the rice.
He's got like the braid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there was like, they have it in the library at school. And like second graders will be like, look what book I got. And I'm like, you won't understand it. Please return that. Like, you might take away the wrong message from this story.
Well, another one I think of in sort of recent history that's kind of like along those sort of lines of like, you know, the way that like, I mean, basically Americans, but like the Western white people are kind of grappling with, you know, our history of racism and like whitewashing and stuff is like that Ghost in the Shell movie that came out a few years ago where it was Scarlett Johansson played the Major. Yeah. And it's like there was like a huge outcry in North America, but like the film did really well in Japan because they're just like, we love American actors, you know, we love the celebrity of it, you know, so they weren't thinking about it in terms of that. So I don't know.
The thing that I don't totally understand manga. I've been like getting into it, and I'm actually reading Ghost in the Shell right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's pretty good. It's no Akira, I'll say that, but like, what is? The thing that I don't really understand is like, these are cartoons, comics created by Japanese people, but they'll have like this really wide range of depictions where it's like they'll look like the major looks like a Western woman.
Yeah.
It just looks like a white lady. It doesn't seem to me that it would need to be played by a Japanese person because it was created by Japanese
It shouldn't be
people.
live action anyway. It's stupid.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, you know, it was a fantastic anime, you know, like it was like revolutionary, you know. It should have been there's no reason to adapt it other than like crass commercial exploitation.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the Japanese are like really racist in their depictions of certain characters. So it's like, I don't think they really care. It's mostly like Japanese people, I think, like that, you know, people of like Japanese descent, maybe that live here that are like, don't like the way that they're treated, you know, as a minority, you know, but in Japan, it's like, it's pretty racist stuff. Have you ever seen that sitcom that's like, they just say the N-word, like that's the whole thing is just saying the N-word over and over and over again? It's ridiculous.
No, I have not. It's in Japan?
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. This was like on the internet it was pretty big on the internet maybe like 10, 15 years ago.
Oh my god.
It's just like a family around like the breakfast table, and they'll be like the dad will come in and be like, you didn't do very well on your test, and like the kid's like, damn N-word, and then like someone else comes in and says the N-word, and it's just like the N-word over and over again. And like it doesn't have the same context there, you know. It's like a meme, but
oh my god,
it's weird. Identity politics are very like complicated, and you know, I never know if like the way that they're sort of framed now is going to be seen as racist 5 years from now.
Yeah, and that's like it does seem like that changes a fair amount. Well, I don't know, we're like getting so far in the weeds. It reminds me of 30 Rock, where 30 Rock had that like really brilliant episode where Tracy Jordan was like, hey, black people have it harder in America, and Jenna Maloney was like, no, women have it harder. And so they
as if that's like two discrete groups and not half of black people are also women.
So they race and gender swapped both of them. And it was like a comment about how ridiculous I don't know, these people are as characters, but also like blackface and everything. It was like very, I thought, smart commentary. And then they were like, no, we're pulling it off Netflix. It's racist. Doesn't matter what the intent was. That's it. Yeah. And I don't know, it's weird. But like you said, the biggest travesty of Ghost in the Shell was that it was a live action movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're doing that. There always seems to be like this mumbling of doing a live action Akira.
Why?
And I just hope they don't.
There's
there's literally no way you could improve on it. I don't understand.
There's so many things they remake that's just like what's the purpose? Like, unless there's a reason for it, you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, the reason for it is like money, right? Yeah. And now things are even more complicated with film because there's like a real international market, right? Like China is becoming a real market and stuff. And so like, you know, you have all these situations where it's like, you know, China did that Great Wall movie. I think Matt Damon was in it.
Yeah. I own that. I own that movie. I bought it on DVD. I didn't even watch it. People
were upset about that, right? There's like, it's whitewashing. It's like, no, like China intentionally got Matt Damon because like it's they're trying to do propaganda to you.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so, and the Mongolians were like monsters coming across.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but I hear it's pretty silly.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Turn the sound off.
You mentioned something about or we were talking briefly about Monty Wolverton and his style and how it's like evocative of his dad's. And that's
Yeah.
like, that really stood out to me looking at his stuff, is that it isn't, I mean, like, how do you adopt somebody's style like that, make it your own enough, but still have it be reminiscent? And I don't know, he did it, man, because his stuff is original, but he also has that really fun, grotesque style that his dad made.
Yeah, I would say more so now. Like some of the early stuff that was in Mad of his,
Yeah.
was a little bit more like his dad's stuff than now, where his style is even more distinct.
Okay.
And I feel like he doesn't maybe feel the need to do a lot of the stuff that his dad does. Because like these drawings that we're looking at right now, like these are huge. Like that's how he gets all those details in. He draws them huge. And that's like the gimmick. And that's why he's got all these little details in them.
Yeah.
And all the hatching and, you know, textures and stuff. It's like that's how he gets in it. But that's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's necessary, I think, for Wolverton to do this. It's dad, Basil, but it's probably not as much for Monty, right? Because he's not going to be his dad. He's got to be his own man, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, the texture, whomever. Yeah. But the texture you were talking about, it is like, it's amazing. The like all of the tiny little brush strokes. There's just like thousands and thousands of them on these guys' faces. It's unbelievable. The amount
They're probably drawn at like 4 times the size. I mean, here they're printed at like half the size that they were printed at, but they were drawn at like 4 times the size of that.
Yeah.
And the first one with the guy with 3 eyes, that was a very like life-changing image for me to see.
Yeah.
I love the guy in the pocket eating the bone for lunch.
Yeah, the little like demon guy.
Yeah, this image, like this changed my worldview as a child. This like really changed things. And Wolverton's interesting because he doesn't have that many Mad credits. He has 1 more Mad credit than me.
Yeah.
But like they're just so timeless and so like reprinted, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's, I think, like you flip the page, right? And you see this, and it's, I don't know, like I don't know what to call it sometimes with like artists like Angelo Torres or even like Bob Clark and George Martin.
Woodbridge?
No, George Woodbridge. They had like, because they did advertising work too. So they have like, sometimes you see it and it looks like some of the painted ads that you would see in magazines at the time too. Whereas, and so it looks dated because of that. But these look like they could have been drawn last year. I don't know. It is.
Yeah, they're evergreen for sure.
Yeah.
And that's all of like most of his work is like that, like, you know, a Space Hawk, that's his like sci-fi thing, or like you know, any of his horror stuff. It's all compelling. Like I've had to retire some of my Wolverton books that I used to bring to like schools when I would teach kids, because they're just so worn from like, you know, every class that I would have, like there'd just be so many kids just pouring through them. They just, you know, it's just amazing. It's a genius.
Yeah. He is, man. How much would it be? It would probably be expensive to get a Wolverton original art, right? That's probably out of my price range, right?
Yeah, I would think. I don't know. It probably depends. I mean, he did a lot of Bible stuff.
That'd be cool. Stuff. Yeah, you know, I like that Bible stuff.
He did a lot of spot illustrations and stuff too. I think he did some sort of more commercial, like sporting magazine, like local sporting magazine kind of stuff too.
Yeah, it's like a guy skiing, but he has 3 legs and a.
No, I'd be more like a guy skiing, but like he's just a guy skiing, and you can barely tell it's a Basil Wolverton.
Oh shit! All right,
you might be able to get like a spot illustration of that.
Yeah. What is this? The Mad Affluent Society. Why was this? Why was this the look at happy belated 90th birthday to Mad UGOI master parody artist Angelo Torres? They put this message here, but then it's just sort of like
There's a few of these in here, actually. I think there's like 3 or 4 of these birthday wishes this year.
Really?
This issue.
Well,
Yeah, I
that's
think Sergio
sweet.
gets one.
Yeah, but maybe do something better than like one of these Mad Primer things, which were never all that amusing.
This is not. I don't know what Torres's best work would be, but this is not it.
No.
I mean, not that this is bad, but like this is just not. Like he must have some iconic articles or something that haven't been reprinted yet.
Yeah, almost certainly. Like maybe pull a splash page from like one of the movie parodies. That would probably be just as good or likely better. Look at it, Mad. Look at Mad.
So this is new, I think. This is another Mad look at Mad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all new. Yeah, that's true, I guess. That's how much I'm paying for stuff. 50 to 500. Dude, look. I got another Mad comic issue. Did I tell you about my fuck up?
Oh, you bought another one?
Yeah.
What number?
I did. I don't know. I don't remember.
What?
Yeah, I haven't opened it. It's been sitting on my desk for like 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. But, well, listen, you should see. I really fucked up the other day when I bought on eBay. I bought a bunch of Panicked issues.
Oh, yeah, you don't want those.
No. Well, okay. I'm just going to talk about it now. Do you have anything to say about this? Mad look at?
I was not impressed with this particular bit. You know, love Sergio. I think he's a master. I felt like a lot of the jokes were kind of the same.
Yeah.
And they were, or at least a couple of them, like the top 2 on the right there.
Oh yeah.
You know, those I feel like those are both basically the same joke. And then that's also the same joke as that really like famous Mad Studio drawing that Sergio did.
Oh yeah,
you know, the one
yeah.
where it's like the kids imagining what it's going to. It's like a big splash page, and they're imagining what it's going to be like, and then inside it's all mundane.
Yeah.
So I didn't really love that, and then I think also the last one on the next page, I thought wasn't really very clear. I kind of had to think about it for a minute.
The last one?
Yeah, this last one here.
Okay, I'm going to read it for the first time. Also, does Susie have blue hair?
I think she does in some photos. I've never met her personally. You think she's in there?
I think she's right there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Booyah. I'm a genius. Okay, check this out. All right, he has no ideas. He's pacing. It's the next day, no ideas. Oh, it's the afternoon. I got an idea. I'm bringing it in. Wait, is the joke that he already used that idea?
Exactly, which hits close to home for me because, like, you know, I pitched a lot of ideas to Mad that they'd be like, Sergio did this.
Yeah.
Don Martin did this. So-and-so did this. This wasn't in Mad, but someone else did something similar.
Yeah.
But I felt like that one. I know. I don't think that one. Like, I feel like that could have been punched up a bit, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't really read exactly like that. It wasn't. This is the first appearance of the Gray Spy right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, she gets them to kill themselves. I'm almost certain. 1962, originally published. Oh, yeah, here we go. It says it right up top. And now Antonio Prohias introduces a new twist to that friendly rivalry between the man in black and the man in white, mainly a woman in gray.
Oh, yeah, because she switched to like a crosshatched, right?
Yes. Yeah, she's like, it's just a straight lined thing.
Yeah, so she's not quite crosshatched here.
Mm-mm. Oh, man, she's a hottie, though. I'll tell you that.
Well, here's my question. Is she like a feminist character in that, like, she, you know, she's like a strong, independent woman, basically? Or is she like the opposite of that because she's like catering to the male gaze and, you know, like basically uses her like sexuality only as like a weapon? Anyway, you can go back to objectifying her. What were we saying?
Listen, I think okay, so obviously the white spy and the black spy represent the first and second worlds, right? Russia and their allies, the US and our allies. Doesn't really matter because they are ultimately the same. She represents Gloria Steinem. She represents Hanoi Jane, okay? She's a hottie that inserts herself into other people's fucking business and gets them killed.
Anyway, I like her. I like her a lot.
Yeah. Hold on. Look at. Oh, there's my address, guys, if you want to send me stuff.
There you go. Send your hate mail there.
Yeah. Here, how about this? So these are the panics I got.
Okay.
All the covers are
You already have that one, don't you?
Yeah, I do already have that one. Wow, you're good. All the covers. Wait. Oh, here's some. Hold on.
Those are all mad.
Yeah. I just got a bunch of stuff set. I got the Wheaties and then this panic. All the covers are detached and they're also just like brittle as hell.
And they're post comics code.
Yeah. Approved. Both of those. So I don't know. I feel like it was a pretty big waste of money.
I was barely able to make my way through the comics code issues of Panic and my reprint of Panic.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to just stop reading.
Yeah.
But I did make it through.
Yeah. There was, I don't know. Yeah. Well, this is just a cover. It was in the stack. The guy sent me the stack and I'm going through and I go, wait a second. That's Mad 21 cover. So
you can use that for wrapping paper at Christmas.
Wrap up some fish with it. I don't know. I kind of want to frame it. It's like, it would be, I don't know, maybe look neat on my bathroom wall or something. But here, let me see this. Let's see if I can open this real quick.
Wait, were you a Marine?
Well, okay, first off, if somebody's a Marine, once a Marine, always a Marine. Don't you pay attention? This is my US M3. It's not a K bar, but it was my great uncle's. He was in the Army Air Corps, which became the Air Force eventually in World War II. And now I use it for opening letters.
Okay. It's a nice knife.
It is. It's a really nice knife. And this handle, it's like leather. It's beautiful. It's in really great shape. God damn. What the hell?
Yeah, we used to sell nice knives in the gun store.
I don't know why. Sometimes the sentences you say just like crack me up.
That's how I know anything about that knife. Otherwise, I wouldn't include in that was a nice knife.
Yeah, it is. It's a really nice. Okay, hold on.
I would have been like, oh, you got to get the Rambo knife with where you put your stuff in it. Like, no, that's a garbage knife.
Oh my god. All right, here we go. Let's find out what this is. Jesus Christ, they put so much freaking tape and stuff on it. The only reason I'm doing this is because Crash DDZ told me to. He said open it.
Who?
Crash DDZ. You don't know Crash DDZ?
Oh,
Crash DDZ. Do you not follow
I was thinking of Crash Bandicoot.
Hey, that game was pretty awesome, man. Played that on the N64?
No, it was PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation, that's right. I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, here we go. Boom.
There you go.
I did not pay $160 for it, just so you know.
I would have guessed 160 was a good price for that. I don't know.
No, I paid a lot less. So yeah, I've been I don't know. I got this the whatchamacallit, Patreon money. And so I'm like, I may as well put it towards Mads. And I feel like
cut down at your StreamYard budget.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, my cheap ass stopped paying for StreamYard. Anyway. How to put out an imitation Mad.
So I feel like this is an example of an article. Like this is like a bit. This is a Harvey Kurtzman bit, but
yeah.
This is the kind of thing where this would be cool to have an article alongside of it that talked about Imitation Mad magazine,
Yeah.
And there's a great book called Behaving Madly.
Yes.
It's a Yo Books. Craig Yo.
Who did that?
And I'm sorry?
Who made that?
I mean, it's Yo Books, like Craig Yo, and who's the other guy? Gur Abeldur. I don't know how to pronounce the other guy's name. It's like really like not
Here,
a regular name.
Yeah. Craig Yo. Okay. That came up. I was talking to somebody and that book came up.
If you're interested in Mad knockoffs, this is probably, as far as I can tell, this is the best book that you can get, unless you're going to actually go buy like some collections of like Crazy, not like the original Crazy, but like Crazy Man Crazy, stuff like that. This is like a really nice collection, and it's actually got like, who's in here? Ditko, Elder, Wolverton, Jaffe, Davis, Kirby.
Nice.
And they do a good job of picking things that are like cool, like funny and interesting to look at, then also things that are like blatantly ripped off of Mad, like brazenly.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting book. And I think it has a little bit of a timeline of some of the different different books. There's Crazy Man Crazy.
Yeah. Because that doubled up eyes.
It's worth picking up. My copy showed up like, was supposed to be new, but it was like completely dinged up, and I had to tape it together.
Oh, geez.
But yeah, it's worth picking up, and that's what this article is about. Like, and this was written by Harvey Kurtzman at the time.
Yeah.
Basically knocking all the Mad knockoffs, including Panic.
Yes. So if for those of you who don't know, right, which you're watching this, you probably do know. So whatever, I'll say it anyway. Panic was a Mad knockoff produced by EC Comics, the same company that made Mad. Because the story, I believe, is that what's his face was so pissed off about losing money to the knockoffs, so he had Al Feldstein head up his own knockoff of it to try to recoup some money from that. So is that accurate?
Yeah, I think he just basically was like, there's money to be made here, so let's put out another book. And apparently Kurtzman was not super cool with it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Kurtzman had a bit of a stick up his ass when it came to to that sort of stuff. He was a real artist, you know?
I was about to say he is an artist. They're sensitive like that.
Yeah, he's very sensitive.
Yeah. List best. I have the heart of an artist, but I just not the talent. List best articles here and include a 5-line gag, even if it has nothing to do with the article. Yeah, the vital features. This is lovely. Include a small section of art taken from each article. Better still, include a small section of art taken from Mad. That couldn't have happened, right? Where they just steal artwork.
I'll see if I can find it in here and hold it up to the camera, because there's like some pretty brazen stuff. Well, here, for example, there's of course this one. This I think was might have been Crazy Man Crazy, where they're like,
hey, I got Bad magazine.
Yeah, where they're very much, that was like inside the magazine. And then there's also this. How to put an imitation of angry. So like they all like Special Crybaby. They all made fun of Kurtzman, right? In their publications about that. And there's like a bunch of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you should get this book. It's really worth it.
Dude, I think I most certainly will. Where'd you find that?
I just got it on Amazon. I don't know if it's still in print, but you should be able to get it someplace.
The Crybaby edition that's so fucking brutal.
I want to see if I can find. There's a really like super ripped off picture of like Starchy, basically.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here.
Oh yeah, dude! Look at that. They got it for $19.
It's worth it. It's a good book. It's like, if you're a fan of Mad, it's worth having.
Yeah. Is it still in print? That's what Harvey asked, like a long time ago.
I don't know. I don't know.
It is. It is available on Amazon. I just checked it out. So
a lot of these Yo books do go out of print. I can't find it in here. There's like a really bad knockoff.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It's very interesting to see. Oh yeah, here we go. So it's like they do starchy.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's so like ripped off. There's a couple panels where,
but that's funny because it's like it's at least Starchy looked different than Archie. That just looked like Archie in jail.
Yeah, but a couple of these panels, like where like Starchy and whatever they call Jughead in that parody, like they look like they're traced basically.
Yeah. Oh my
god.
God.
Like it's one thing to swipe a pose or something. It's another thing to like trace a comic and that's actually the same comic basically, you know?
Yeah. My God. Here, let's zoom out. Know what I'm curious about? Harvey Esquire pointed out that they had a Barnes and Noble edition to this magazine. So it was on the newsstands in some capacity. We got this, the house ad for, you know, the subscription and their merch. I wonder, I don't know. Is it weird that I'm getting like excited feelings that they might be trying to like get it up and running again?
Sure. I think it's great when anyone gets it up. But I hope I would love it.
Do you think my optimism is misplaced?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I think to me it seems like the hope for Mad would be to go to a comic format and then put out a trade paperback like twice a year or whatever. And then that could sell at Barnes and Noble where people will actually see it, you know?
Yeah. Well, do people go to Barnes and Noble? I don't know.
And I assume Barnes and Noble here.
Yeah. I assume if I don't do something, nobody else does it. So
yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's accurate or not. Petty and Veronica, I blame.
No one does research before they do a live stream.
Christ. You know what, man? Next time you come on here, I'm going to be so researched. I'm going to be so prepared.
You're like, yes, Kyle Bridgett, born 1983.
Oh, my God.
Social insurance number.
You guys, what's social insurance? Oh, you have...
It's like a social security number. It's the same thing.
Yeah. How many digits is yours? Say it out loud.
Almost did. It's this many. 9.
9. Nice. Yeah, so is ours.
Yeah. Is it 9?
Yeah.
I thought you'd have to have bigger ones now. You guys got like 10 times the population.
I think that probably we have like with 9 digits using the numerals 1 through 9, you probably have an infinite amount of possibilities.
That's impossible. That's not how numbers work. I'm no scientician here, but I'm pretty sure there's a finite number of combinations you can make with that, unless you're using pi or something. Like,
well, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna use your own words against you, and you said it yourself. You're no mathematician, okay?
I said I'm no scientician. I was making a Simpsons reference. So this is new, I think.
This is, man. Which is like, I wonder what if they got to choose this, because one, Tom Richmond, I think, is famously a Batman fan.
Okay,
but
I
also
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, he has in his like studio I don't know, it's like a 1. It's not a 1-to-1. It's like a 1 to 2.75 or something scale Batman 89 suit of armor. Yeah, it's pretty freaking
surprised he has
cool.
room for that with all the women. I'm kidding. I was wondering about this because I was thinking like it seems a little late, because that movie came out in like February or something.
Yeah, it came No, it came out in.
This is the Batman, right? The recent.
Oh yeah,
Batman.
right. No, March, I think.
Oh, March. Okay.
Yeah, it came out a long time ago. He really likes Batman, and I think they've done every single Batman movie. And considering how many there have been, I think that there was a little bit of that where it's like, well, what do we choose? Batman, I guess.
Because I was wondering, like, is it like a DC thing? Like DC owns, so like, because I mean, you think something like She-Hulk or something like that would be like the more contemporary choice.
Well, they want something that people actually watched.
Oh, really? People didn't watch that?
What, She-Hulk? No, it's on a streaming service. This is like a big, one of the first big movies to come out after COVID.
Okay.
So I think there was like
I haven't been in the movie since COVID.
Yeah, I went to this one. I went and saw this in theaters. It was awesome.
I tried to watch it and I couldn't get through it. I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
I find it boring. So I don't like Batman very much, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find
I like Batman, and yeah, that's all. If it has Batman in it, I'll enjoy it.
Maybe for me, I don't know.
Kind of an idiot. I'm a simpleton, though. Well, here's the other thing is, I'm surprised I didn't kind of pick up on what you mentioned with it being a DC property or Warner Brothers property, because that's like every time DC is on the cover, I'm like, well, of course it fucking is, vertical integration or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have The Rock on the cover of it.
Like they put that was Black Adam, right?
Yeah.
They put that on the cover. The movie just came out, and then they do a Batman parody from maybe the movie wasn't out yet, and so they didn't want to give, it's Devlin and Richmond.
Yeah. And look they have an appearance up there in the upper corner. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. It makes sense that they like Batman, and so they wanted to do it.
Know what else could be too is the Batman, it's like a known quantity, right? It's not like if you try to, like, we've talked about that before, where it's like sometimes the shows or movies that they parody, because they have to do it before they come out, they don't really know if it's going to be any good or if it's going to
have to do a superhero thing too.
They don't have to do it.
They do other TV and movie parodies as well.
Yeah.
So not just superheroes.
Yeah. What else came out?
I don't know.
Look, there's Grumpy Cat, Felix the Cat, Itchy, or is that Scratchy? That's Scratchy.
Yeah, there's Scratchy. There's also Bill the Cat from Bloom County.
Oh yeah.
Stimpy, Hobbs. Yeah, no Fritz the Cat, but I don't think Richmond really likes Crumb, so maybe that's why Fritz didn't get a cameo. Too erotic
for him.
I think a lot of the like the caricature guys, I think they don't like that sort of like Crumb type thing. I think there's a little prejudice against it. I don't know.
What are you basing this on?
I think some interviews and stuff I've heard with other people complaining about maybe not Richmond specifically, but
yeah. I mean, it is like, I guess that would, it's like it's like a significantly different style. Dude, look at this. This is a fun little Easter egg, right? That's a Don Martin thing, right? On
the sound effects.
Well, the sound effect. Look at the illustration though too.
Yeah, and the nose and stuff.
Yeah, that reads as real Don Martin to me. Or am I just imagining that?
I don't know. I guess I could see that. I didn't pick up on that, but that makes sense.
Man, he always has those like weird oval heads, and it's like so stunningly different than the way he's drawn Batman in these other panels.
With the sound effects, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him.
He's got a Bill Finger gag.
Wait, let me see. Oh, Bill Finger.
On the hard drive there.
See, that's a guy who loves him some Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good. I didn't notice.
One of these books says meet cutes for incels.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to zoom in on this.
I also like that in the background of that same panel with the book, there's like one of the cops in the background is just doing shadow puppets.
Yeah.
This is good. It's really nice to see the team back together. I look forward to my copy of Claptrap coming in.
Yeah. When is that coming out? Has there been updates on that?
Oh, there's constantly updates on my
really?
emails. I don't actually read them, but I keep getting them. So
nice.
I mean, not to say that you shouldn't be reading them if you get them. I don't, but I am looking forward to my copy. I just want to be surprised. That's why I'm not reading them.
Yeah. Well, I think I just accidentally revealed that I haven't backed that book yet, so I should probably.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't. No.
You had them on your show, you asshole. You didn't even have 500 followers at the time. 500 subscribers. They came.
I know. I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna, dude. I just keep forgetting about it. All right.
I supported that thing during that live stream. I was like, I'm going to go over there and support this.
Well, I appreciate that. And so do they.
I've since had arguments with Tom on Facebook, so he probably doesn't like me now. But I don't blame him.
What are you arguing about?
But I look forward to that book.
Why are you picking fights with people?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm very transgressive, you know.
Well, first you I don't understand because I find you very amenable.
You should hear what I say behind your back.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. So I'll back it. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yes, that's the one I'm talking about. Also, this. No, I get that the sound effects are the series, but I mean, to me, that reads as a Don Martin. Visually, that's Don Martin.
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm going to send him a message. I'm going to find out. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to say, you know what, man? Listen,
stop
Patty.
having Kyle on your show. And all
He's like, I watched the show, you asshole. Back my book, and then I'll answer your dumbass question.
I like the Adam West with the bomb. That's great. Classic.
Well, no, let me finish. This is what he's going to say. He's going to say, you know what, Patty? You're the only person that picked up on that. Thank you. I'm going to say, thank you. That's all.
And then everyone's going to clap slowly at first. Building to a crescendo.
Okay. Do you see this editorial error?
Where?
Right here. The panel divider is right there, but it should be.
Oh, weird. That's not on the digital. Isn't like that.
That's very strange.
I'm guessing that's like the panel is off register. That's like what happened to my name in the last issue.
Yeah.
And the original issue that it was published in. Because in the digital issue, I'm looking at the digital right now, and that's not the case. That it's black. From the panel beside.
Yeah. Huh. It's very strange.
Actually, probably what it is it's probably that white line is actually over quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be shifted over.
Does anybody have the Barnes and Noble edition? We gotta find out right now. Let's go to the chat here.
Harvey, get your Barnes and Noble edition out,
please.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I thought it was a gag at first, but nothing references it. Wait, what?
It's corrected in the digital.
All right.
Which I heard there's a thing with too. People were complaining about how like Mad, I think, has gone to like maybe Comixology or something now for digital.
Dude, I heard some of the YouTube channels I watch, they're like losing their minds over Comixology. Apparently the changes they made have made it like unreadable. Yeah. So it's probably more of Harvey's on it. We got an update from Harvey. He says,
there we go,
looking
good.
Very good. All right, let's see. Is there any other good visual gags in here?
We got some more cats at the end. So there's like Top Cat and
Hello Kitty,
Garfield and Sylvester. Man. Still no Fritz.
I'll ask him about that. I'll be like, hey, why don't Fritz? And he'll be like, is Kyle asking you? Is Kyle asking this? Like, no, me and him don't talk no more.
No, well, the problem is that I don't stop talking. So like, even when people don't want to talk to me, it's like I just keep talking until like I'm like completely cut off and like. So I'm very aggravating. I don't blame anybody for not wanting to talk to me. But I don't know if it was him specifically. It was someone I was talking to that was talking about. I don't know if it was Tom Richmond specifically, but it was like his sort of like crowd of like caricature artist people.
Yeah.
And them sort of like knocking artists that were like too crumb like, basically. I think that's where I'm getting that from.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that was Richmond. I'm not trying to spread any rumors here, but I do get the impression when I talk to people who are more on the like the Mort Drucker end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
That there's not as much appreciation for like the sort of underground cartoonists, which is understandable because there's like less technical talent there, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I could see, I mean, I would say it's understandable and like everybody has their taste. And like if you have a different style and you create in a different style, it would track that you maybe don't appreciate those other artists, right?
Yeah.
Just like there's lots of stuff I don't appreciate because it's just not on my radar. But
like lots of things I don't appreciate because I'm disrespectful.
Because I'm just blatantly rude. I was told.
Anyway, I'm not saying he doesn't like Crumb, but I think also there's like a lot of cartoonists that came out like that were like inspired by Crumb.
Yeah.
And that maybe like lack certain like technical.
Well, that's what I was kind of going to hone in on, that idea of like lacking technical talent from it.
Like me. I'm not like a technical guy,
I don't really, I guess I don't understand that, because when I look at, and I'm not trying to like, pat you on the butt here. I know you'd be cool with it if I did.
Yeah, but I'm pretty open.
You do seem like a very technically talented artist.
No,
like you.
No. I would say not so much. No.
Okay.
No, so because I came up like I didn't have like I think a lot of cartoonists are sort of like driven by either like a really close friend or relative, that kind of pushes them through. Yeah. And so there's kind of a competition, and people end up like going out of their way to get better at like drawing anatomy and perspective and like all the tricks of like comics. Whereas I never had that. So I kind of just like, I did whatever I wanted. And it didn't occur to me to like try to be better as an artist till I was like, in my 20s. Yeah. So I'm behind the curve on a lot of people, I think. Whereas like someone like Tom Richmond he's like, like I'm in awe of his like technical abilities. And then also on top of that, he's very funny, as an artist, which like is like harder to learn, But then there's other artists where it's like that's not important to what they do. Yeah. Like Crumb is like that, where it's like he's like a really like a really compelling artist, but he's not very good at drawing anatomy, or like sort of like technical things,
What about
and it's like he gets better, as he approaches his 70s or whatever, but like certainly his early work is like not like if you're learning from that, you're gonna be. It's like learning on an electric guitar or something, It's like you might not actually learn how to play guitar that way,
Yeah. I guess I'm like confusing the ability to like communicate visually with the ability, like those, what you're saying the technical aspects are, which would be like perspective or anatomy or
perspective, the more traditional anatomy, composition,
yeah,
color theory,
okay,
all that sort of stuff.
All right, because technique, like well, we looked at a piece of yours that was reprinted in the last issue, right, where it was the monkey's paw.
Yeah.
And like when I look at that, your ability to like draw these characters and their expressions and their gestures, to me, like that's what I associated with like technical ability,
Yeah.
but you're saying that's not it. That's just
The
something else.
shtick.
Okay.
Like I rely a lot on shtick.
Yeah.
You know, as a
Okay.
cartoonist, you know, and I think that's fine. A lot of cartoonists
Yeah.
are like that, you know, like, and some cartoonists are more like that than others, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's just like I never had a strong foundation as a young person,
Okay.
and I never, even like when I started trying to develop that later, it's like I never had like a guiding sort of force or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right.
Kind of a regret, you know, like, and so when I work with other people, you know, I try to instill some of the more technical stuff, you know, as best I can.
Yeah. All right. Fascinating. Listen, I'm going to be serious. I learned so much from talking with you, and I just really appreciate it.
Well, I do
want you to
talk with
know that.
confidence, so it does seem like you're learning stuff.
Yeah. Well, whether it's I'm actually learning something or it's just a grand illusion, regardless, I appreciate it. So,
What do you think of this this bit here about the one moment after?
well, this was reprinted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Did they do this more than once?
No, it says just in 1977. So they just went with.
Oh, but I'm wondering if they did like more original covers in One Moment Later.
Oh, no, I don't remember. I don't remember this, and I don't. Well, actually, no, I vaguely remember this. I may have actually flipped through this issue. Issue number 191. I don't know. It seems kind of like lazy, dare I say. I know the 70s are a lot of people's golden age, but
Definitely not for me. Like,
yeah.
For me with Mad, it's like comic Kurtzman years basically, and then like
90s baby.
Yeah, or late 80s, early 90s. That's when it's like, but I mean, you know, that's when I grew up reading it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's hard not to enjoy that period. But I mean, it's not like I don't enjoy stuff in between there, but you know, it's just you don't get all the references, you know, it's not as you don't have the nostalgia for it. So
yeah. Yeah, there's some stuff like I mean, I think the 70s has all-time great moments. But there's nothing beating like I don't know, for me the 90s when I started reading it and it was just like every time I pick up one of those issues, it's the rush of nostalgia.
Yeah.
So, hey, what's up with this? We got some
So
Sam
this
Viviano.
is an article here.
Yeah. Oh, bro, Sam Viviano? Did you watch my video about the beef?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Ah. God damn it.
But I did turn you on to that
to
that beef with him and Bill Ray.
I was hoping that it would
Oh, I forgot to mention that. Did you see way back when the Sergio bit they had he did Monroe?
No way.
Yeah.
He had him in the Mad Look At? I missed that. Dude, Monroe is one of the all-time best ones. Dude, there's a lot of fun chicken fat on here. You got Flip the Bird. You have the SS Poseidon cover reference. I don't know, a Jaws, I guess. I'm guessing 845 Madison Avenue was their New York office that they had. Potter ZB on the bow.
Twin Towers.
Oh, shit. Dang.
See, so if this was being published in like September 12th, 9/11, they would have pulled this article.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Oh, thank God we live in.
Is that Sergio that's painting Potter Zebi on the side?
Oh, yeah. It looks like it probably is. Yeah. Look at that. I don't know.
This is about one of those.
Do you want to give us the Cliff's Notes?
Yeah, I can give you the Cliff's Notes. So this is like one of the legendary Mad vacations. So starting at a certain point, I think in the 80s, Gaines started taking the Mad artists on these like world vacations. Some of them were pretty elaborate. They went to like Japan. They went to some pretty remote places. They all like to travel. And they had rules, like you had to be in so many issues within the year.
Yeah.
So it's like some people didn't get to go.
Oh.
So anyway, this is one particular. They went on a cruise for some reason, and at some point, it's Dick DiBartolo, I think. Yeah, Dick. He came up with this idea to pull a prank on Gaines, where Gaines loved, is it Duck Soup? It was one of the Marx Brothers films.
Yeah.
Whichever one was on a ship. I think that's Duck Soup. I can't remember. And they did this bit where it's like a drop-in. So it's like people just keep showing up and the room kind of fills up. Yeah. And so he basically staged this to happen. And so the room kind of fills up and like Gaines is in his underwear. Is it Duck Soup? I'll feel bad if I don't know my Marx Brothers. Also, I read this earlier.
I don't know. Here, you keep telling the story.
Night at the Opera. It's Night at the Opera.
Oh, Night at the Opera. Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know my Marx Brothers well enough.
Yeah, that's all right. Either do I. Zeppo.
Oh,
my guy is Zeppo. Oh.
Man, Dick. I had a Zeppo confiscated when I got caught smoking pot at school.
Ew, you were smoking pot with a Zippo lighter?
Well, no, but they confiscated it anyway. I even tried like when I was in the office, you know, and like, you know, by all rights should have been expelled.
Yeah.
I was like, can I have my lighter back? And they were like, no, it's paraphernalia now. And I'm like, but I didn't use it. There's not even fuel in it.
Yeah.
And they said, no, you're not getting it back.
Oh, this is what I imagined. You sitting like
my Zeppo.
Like a real prick. Listen, I'm going over the dumb pun you made. Just leaning back in the chair, waiting for the principal, doing that thing where you like flick the lighter. Ka-tink, ka-tink, you know? And then the principal walks in.
I used to be able to do that, but then they confiscated my lighter when I was
and you probably said something
16,
like,
and now
I
can't
said
do
something like this. What's up, Doc? Ka-pink. You know? He was like, give me that fucking lighter.
No, I remember they also brought me to my locker. Yeah. They were going to search my locker, and they're like, are we going to find any drugs in here? And I was just saying, like, I don't think so. They're like, what do you mean you don't think so? And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure you're not going to find any drugs in there, but like, I'm not confident enough to say no.
Anything could happen. I don't know. I remember when I was in high school, I dropped my dugout in front of, do you know what a dugout is?
It's for like a sports game, isn't it?
No, it's like these little wooden things, and you have a one hitter on one side, and then
and
then you just like grind it in, and it packs like a little. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, you cement head. Anyway, so
that's how I mostly smoke weed, actually.
Yeah. Well, I dropped it in front of the music teacher, and like I scrambled and picked it up, and my buddy was like, "You fool, you're gonna get caught." And I was like, "Old people don't know what a dugout is." He's like, "But he's a music teacher." And it's like, oh fuck, you're right.
Well, I remember that whole time I was being like about to be expelled. I was wearing this necklace that was a pipe.
Yeah.
And like the whole time they didn't know that like if you flipped it over, it's a hash pipe or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't do very well that year.
No, I bet not. What year was that? 3rd grade.
2000. I think it was before 9/11. I distinctly remember seeing Twin Towers on the TV. So they were still there.
What grade of school?
Oh, probably like 10 or 11.
10th or 11th. Okay. All right.
Maybe 12. I don't know. I spent a lot of time in high school.
Yeah.
I dropped out and got kicked out and all sorts of things.
Yeah. I didn't. I was not a good student, but I was always there.
No, I was not good.
Yeah. Dude, how about this?
This is Woodbridge.
This is the type of thing. Yeah, George Woodbridge. Probably, I don't know if you would call it his best work, but it's a good example of like what an awesome artist he is.
You know, I was thinking that it's not.
What? What?
You know, well, because you think about like that Bible one that he did.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like he's got all this beautiful like hatching. It looks like a Gustave Doré like etching or something. And
or
it's like Dory or whatever.
No, I was going to say there's also the one where it's like a Romeo and Juliet thing with his like little pudgy faced teenagers.
Yeah, and I feel like this doesn't quite capture. This is all like so much brush and ink, like ink washes and stuff.
Yeah.
That I mean, it's still he's still like a remarkable artist, and like his line work is incredible. Like that the fur on the chimps and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. I guess I get your point, and it'd be difficult to argue against it. I guess like things like this though, like the Sawdust Shep,
Yeah,
like I mean, this is fantastic. Or like this guy, he's so good at drawing people and the like clothing. Just I don't know. Is there anything he's bad at drawing?
no, definitely not. And like just every character, I feel like they have like sharp teeth, and they're almost like demons or something. There's something
Yeah,
really like dark and satisfying about his work.
yeah. Look at this guy, tuxedo in a can. All of his people seem to. Some artists like I guess like this is not the best example because I think it's like kind of the point. Like Duck, Edwing, and Don Martin, right? All their characters basically look the same, but even like some other artists who are kind of more in the George Woodbridge realm, who are not like doing cartoony ones, a lot of their characters just look so much alike. And George Woodbridge does a fantastic job of making his characters like they have similarities, like he has that distinct style, but they all look distinct from each other as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think there are a few sort of stock characters that you see almost over and over again in his work.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like if you look at some of his work, you sort of recognize similar characters over and over again
Yeah.
in the way that you might in like a Bill Ward or someone like that.
Yeah.
That's a crack reference, but like, but at the same time, like he does have these really like compelling, like different characters as well. That like if you have a full scene of a Woodbridge, every character is distinct.
Yeah.
But if you look at like 10 different Woodbridge
You might
comics,
see
you're
some.
gonna see some like not necessarily repeat characters, but characters that look kind of similar.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like the curly haired teenager, like the boy teenager with like sort of curlier hair. Like you
I
get
always think
that.
of someone with like really sharp teeth. Like that's what
Yeah.
I always think of when I think of Woodbridge for some reason.
Really. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
out for that because I don't think about that as much.
Yeah, I think of like a greaser or something with like sharp teeth, really dangerous looking characters.
Yeah. Oh, he was so good at drawing the greasers too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, look at guy. I don't know what my lights are all fucked up. They got like bumped or something, so I'm getting all this like bad glare. I'm sorry about this,
See, if
guys.
you thought ahead, you would have sprayed down your magazine with like an anti-glare spray.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. Okay, these are all mad people. Are you mad savvy enough to figure out who's who? If not, cheat and go to page 56. All right. Well, there's Dick DiBartolo. There's Sam Viviano. There's Magdalene Jaffe.
Harvey Kurtzman's barbecuing right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Oh, Harvey Kurtzman. And then there's Will Elder.
Where?
Right here with the chicken fat on the walker.
Yeah, that looks like Will Elder. And then right below him, that's got to be Tom Richmond, the fitness guy.
Oh yeah,
Popeye legs. That's got to be Richmond.
Up here is Desmond Devlin with the typewriter with the little horns. Right.
Almost looks like Woody Allen in the boat. Did Woody Allen do?
Oh yeah, that's Prohias.
Oh, you think that's Prohias or Prohias?
Yeah, Prohias. That's
and there's Monty right beside him on the other side.
That's Monty Wolverton.
I would
not have gotten that. Wait,
no, with the mallet.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was like Meglin or something.
No, that's definitely Monty Wolverton.
All right. Is that George Woodbridge here with the mustache?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to recognize Woodbridge from a photo.
Here's Paul Coker up here in the bathtub.
Down here in the like near the bottom, near the Martin character, is definitely Jack Davis. You can see his feet are like floppy just above that. Up. There you go. That's got to be Davis.
Oh yeah.
And then Jaffe's right beside him, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with a folding canvas. Oh, and that must be Susie on the pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty dark. Put her like separate head on a pumpkin. She probably likes that though.
But
You know,
wait,
it's crazy.
who's this
Like
guy?
Susie's overseeing like the most like unambiguously the most like tumultuous time for Mad in its history, and everyone loves her. It's like it's really a testament to like what a good person she must be.
Yeah,
because you think everyone would hate her, but we don't.
No.
We love her.
Who is this?
Where?
I thought that would be Jaffe. Who would that be? A man in a wheelchair.
Oh, I don't know.
It kind of, yeah. Oh, here's Alfred E. Newman, right?
Could be like Callahan or someone.
Do we have where's my guy? Where's Dave Berg, man? What the fuck?
Dave Berg.
Bro, if Dave Berg, oh, here he is. Oh, there he.
Your guy. I love that you've become such a like Berg head over the course of this show.
I'm trying to find. Listen, I'm trying to make
You've
a set of buttons.
You've really grown.
I have. You want to make a set of buttons for the channel, and one of them is going to be the Dave Berg fan club. And it's just Dave Berg's face. It just says Dave Berg.
No one
fan
wants
club.
that one.
Everybody will want that one.
Wally Wood is in one of the windows there.
Right there.
Nah, up.
Here's Frank Jacobs.
Out. Oh yeah.
There.
Yeah, that's got to be Wally Wood.
Yeah. Who's it? Is this lady? Is that Teresa Burns Parkhurst?
Now, are you saying that because she's the only mad woman you can think of?
Yes.
I don't know. I got to be honest. I thought maybe that was the case with the woman that's sort of sitting on the bench near the bottom.
Oh, yeah, that looks like more her speed.
It's not though. I looked it up in the end.
Oh shoot!
Although Basil Wolverton is in the.
Here's Sam Viviano. Wait, you already looked all this shit up?
No, but I scrolled down while we were doing this to see if that was who it was.
Then you have these guys like, they probably have who's the guy who does there's Rick Tulka has to be somewhere in here. Also like Caldwell, I'm assuming, is in here. And who's the guy who does those portraits where they're like stippling? He's a very famous underground comic. Friedman. Yeah. He's got to be in here too. Boy, this is fun, man.
I like how Bunk has like tried to capture some of the styles of the artists in their depiction. So like, I mean, Kurtzman's like the real standout example where it's like he's drawn Kurtzman to look like a specific drawing that Kurtzman did of himself.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of other fun just references to Mad in here.
Clown Nookie just spoiled it. That's Herman Mejia is the wheelchair man.
Ah, is he in a wheelchair?
I don't know. That'd be cool. Hey, I fucking love Herman Mejia.
Okay, well, why don't you marry him?
Yeah, let's talk about some of this. What the chicken fat? What do you see?
You got Ping Pong, right? Melvin, like the cover.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to Irvin. Irvin, what's his name? Is it
Schild?
Schild? Yeah, so he must be the photographer here.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Heap back there. That's from the original Mad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's called the Heap. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a comic where it's like a mad scientist brings this garbage heap to life.
Yeah.
And he wears a zoot suit.
Oh, look at this lady. There's a lady here with long armpit hair.
That must be Teresa Burns Parkhurst.
Oh, look at it. Teresa Burns Parkhurst, another appearance, huh?
She gets a lot of appearances in here.
Oh, boy. Look at here's Teresa Burns Parkhurst as a nurse.
I feel bad because like I'm actually friends with her on Facebook, so I probably actually do know what she looks like.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of these mad guys, I wouldn't know what they look like except for the fact that they draw themselves all the time in their comics.
Yeah. Styx says, yeah, it is Heap. That's what it is.
Heap. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's like the cover of the Life magazine, the Wolverton lady from the cover of Life magazine. She's pushing she's pushing Gaines.
Yeah, there we go.
And then Sergio's right behind.
You were saying about the like capturing the artist's style. I think that one of the most successful examples is probably that Jack Davis.
Oh yeah, Jack Davis for sure. I knew that. That was one of the first ones I knew.
Yeah,
because of the feet, mainly, but also the face, and then also
that little
he's wearing like
crooked smile.
Outfit.
Yeah,
or I guess it's a Union outfit, but like he was.
You know what they call him? You know what Dalton Vaughn calls him? The sweetheart of the South. Yeah. Oh, Dalton Vaughn just got married. Congratulations to you.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, we didn't get invited. Wait, did you get invited?
I wasn't supposed to say anything, but yeah.
Fuck. I thought he was going to be too worried that you were going to deliver on that knuckle sandwich.
He's the one who threatened me.
Oh yeah. You're the victim of this situation.
Exactly. I'm always the victim. You know why? It's because I'm a white male.
Yeah. They're always out to get you.
I know. It's terrible.
Oh my God.
It's terrible. I give and I give.
You do.
There's
all you do is, well, look at, here's Lenny Brenner. That's a real obvious one, right?
Yeah.
Because that's like a mad reference and him.
I'm the guy who puts 8 tomatoes into the itty bitty can.
Oh my goodness. This is great, dude.
Yeah, this is really fun.
Weren't you two going to fight a few years ago? Yeah, and then he chickened out. Dalton
I never chickened out. I've been here
never
the whole
did.
time.
Never.
I've been here the whole time.
I remember.
I haven't seen Dalton Vaughn anywhere. Do you?
I don't see
He knows where I am.
We got to get him on a live
in
stream.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah. I'm gonna forward him your address.
Go for it. I don't care.
Starblack. I don't remember
anyone.
this.
A Nintendo.
What?
What
do you say? You're gonna fight somebody at Nintendo?
Yeah. Yeah, a Nintendo.
Oh, cool.
You never played a Nintendo machine?
Yeah, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
You hook it up.
All right, we're on the same page.
Play a little. I don't know what's a Nintendo game. Sesame Street.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
I never got very far in that game.
No, Joust. That was a Nintendo game.
That's like an Atari game.
But they also released it on NES. That's where I played.
You're probably right. Yeah. There's the Marios.
Yes. Hold on. What is this Alfred and Omega?
So this is another article. Oh, this is the Jordan Peele article.
Yeah. Inside those pages. Wait, hold on. My mother, a lover of comedy, enthusiastically bought me my first Mad issue at age 9. That didn't stop me from feeling like a rebellious badass. Once it was in my possession, Mad was a racy secret again. Inside those pages, the content was densely packed. The lighter side of... He starts with that. A racy secret starts with the lighter side of Spy versus Spy. Don Martin. And, most importantly, the signature fold-in on the back. In many ways, a perfect film works like one of those things. For what it's worth, we conceptually reference this page when discussing the unfolding creature, Jean Jacket, at the end of Nope. Mad Magazine walks the tightrope of irreverence with incredible skill. This was and is intoxicating, and I've been attempting to do the same since. What started as a career in Lighter comedy has evolved into something a bit darker, but for me, it's all connected.
I mean, it's great that he loves Mad. I feel like there could be a much more interesting article. But I guess he's really famous, right? Like, so.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that definitely lends Mad some cred at a time when it's like losing relevance, sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here's Madman 52. This was a cool issue. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the new stuff mostly. But yeah. There's a yeah, I don't know. It's just that's sort of like what my worry was about, like, when you lose that.
Yeah, I think there's probably people who could write more interesting things. Like, you get someone like, I mean, like Gary Groth, or someone who writes about comics or something, to like write something really like thought provoking about Mad, you know, like, or get some comedian to write something like funny. I guess he's a comedian. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, he's missing the second part of that, which was to write something funny. You know what? Here's the thing, though. Bill Morrison's Mad. He did something kind of like that, right? The Mad Museum.
Yeah, I didn't really like that so much.
It didn't piss me off as much as this did. I think probably because it was an article.
The feature.
And it was, but it also incorporated like artwork, like Jim Woodring, the artist of that. Like, he did this cool illustration to go along with it. So it's like, even if I don't read that, there's something to look at that's going to be fun. This is...
Well, here's something else that I just sort of thought about now that you mentioned Woodring. Is that Woodring is a cartoonist. And so his insights onto Mad are a little bit more relevant than even Weird Al, who has actually been in Mad, you know, as an editor.
Yeah.
So someone like Jordan Peele, it's like the connection doesn't seem to be like, it's almost too removed, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of these tribute articles are similar to Questlove's essay in the New Beatles Revolver. It just says what an influence they were to him, but no one even knows who he is in Europe. Yeah, I think like Questlove is interesting because, one, he's a very talented artist. I mean, Jordan Peele is a very talented artist as well.
But imagine if like Dan Klaus had written an article in here. It's like, I'd be interested in that, you know?
Yeah.
But maybe they're going for more mainstream. It's like movie people in movies are more famous than people in comics, right?
Yeah. And maybe Dan could just share about his time at Cracked Magazine.
Yeah. Or Peter Bagg. I think he's been in Mad. You know, he'd be an interesting person to have in, you know?
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
I mean, I don't know. They're probably not going towards like this article format, but I feel like it could work. You know, if you're trying to create Mad as a new thing where it's like recycling old bits mainly, you know, something like that could help give it some more value. Yeah. So this Cooper Spy versus Spy is gorgeous. Yeah. I feel like it's a little too complicated to work.
Is it okay? Oh, all right. Wait, it's two different ones, right?
No, there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. There's a lot going on. It's hard to distinguish, and I think it breaks down a bit.
Wait. Okay. So, whoa, yeah. This is like Inception, Spy versus Spy.
And I mean, if there's anybody but Cooper, I would have a lot of negative things to say. But Cooper is very experimental to begin with. And so it's kind of par for the course. But I do feel like this whole comic to me feels like he was like, this is my last chance to do Spy versus Spy. And so I got to get everything in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And I wonder if there's maybe just like one too many strips squeezed in. Like what happens with this bottom strip?
Wait. Whoa. Okay. So the bottom strip. So yeah. All right. So he's like
I figured
breaking
it out,
the
but I'm asking you to be thought provoking.
okay. Oh, very good. So he's breaking the fourth wall or the third wall. I don't know if it's necessarily fourth wall. So the spies get in a fight at the bus stop, and then you have their face melted off, and then you think, well, wait, what the fuck are they getting torched with? And it's actually the ladder coming through,
Which is pipes, I guess.
which is pipes for a rocket. But then this ladder actually makes another appearance here.
Yeah, and so that's where it's like I don't know, like why is a ladder full of gas? I guess it's made of dynamite. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe if I spent more time with this, I could kind of piece it apart.
yeah.
But it's gorgeous. It's like very interesting to see. Like the second I saw this, I was just like, oh my god, this is the best his art has ever looked. You know,
It does look amazing. Yeah.
But I do wonder if it's maybe a little over ambitious. And I kind of wonder if maybe, you know, like there's not enough, you know, editorializing going on, you know, on the editorial end, you know, where like maybe like I feel like if this was submitted to like New York Mad, I think there would have been some reining of it in, you know.
They'd be like, what the
it would have been like, this is gorgeous, but like it needs to be more clear.
Yeah. Yeah, because all right, so there's like, yeah, you're right. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4. But okay, so one, you see him, he's climbing a ladder to steal the plans, which are just plans for a dagger. He's getting stabbed, but then on the bottom we have the white spy sawing the legs off the ladder while the black spy simultaneously is coming after him.
Yeah, it's not a narrative comic in the sense of like Spy versus Spy normally is. It's more of a like an image in a sense, you know?
Yeah. What's happening with this rubber wall?
So the cannon is shooting the rubber wall, and then the rubber wall is bouncing back and the cannonball's flying and it's hitting the spy in the head. But then it feels like that should lead into the next panel.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, then there's this one, which is unrelated, but is amazing.
Well, because he's throwing the dart and it's going to go through the dartboard into the spy's eye.
Yeah. And like this reads, right? Like this thing reads so well, though. Like the way it loops back around is just like, I don't know. It feels just very natural. Do you understand? Like,
yeah.
And then it drops down to here, which is
that's
little
I think
natural.
where it loses the thread a bit.
Yeah. But like if it were just this as an image, like imagine, you know what a lot of these feel like is this, how Prohias would have the title Spy versus Spy, and there was always like the one panel thing that would be within the title. And that's what like this feels like, and maybe even this one feels like. Feels like that kind of Spy versus Spy panel thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to complain because I think it's gorgeous and I think it's very fun actually to get in here and try to pick it apart.
Yeah.
Like you could spend so much time on this. And to me, that is like that's what you want to do as an artist more than anything, I think.
Yeah.
As like, especially an auteur kind of artist, is you want to like hold people's attention and kind of like live in their minds for as long as you can, you know? And that's what this does, because you can just keep looking at it. And that's why I kind of said, it's like, it feels like this is really almost like he feels like he's never going to get another chance to do one again. And so it's got to be everything.
Yes.
And just even so many like the visual tricks, like the black spy's arm, like looping around, and then the knife forming into the V in the verses.
Yeah.
You know, really the only thing that I have trouble with is maybe the ladder, the red ladder on the right hand side, becoming like, because it doesn't feel like gas pipes, which is like the only way that joke makes sense.
Or it's just rockets.
Rockets, but why is it a ladder? I don't know. Maybe if I sat with this for a while, it would make more sense. But it's gorgeous. It is very gorgeous, and it's like fun to get in there and dig around.
Yeah.
But I feel like he wouldn't have gotten away with this at New York, you know, or even under Bill Morrison, maybe. You know?
It's the longest I've ever read a Spy versus Spy.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But they already got your money, so they don't need you looking at it.
Yeah, I don't find Cooper as clever as Prohias was, but I love his style. Yeah, but I think it helps that it's really you don't even compare Cooper to Prohias because it went Cooper, then Clark and Edwing, and then Dave Manick and Edwing, and so there were a bunch of other people that like took it over and just tried to do.
They ghosted him.
Yeah, and emulate that style. And then it was Cooper who really set himself.
Did he have writers too sometimes?
I think towards the end there were some where he was the writer or just the artist. I'd have to look that up. Yeah, which I'm not going to do right now. I think there's more than one Black Spy and White Spy. So many died. Nah, man. There's just the ones. Mad Dogs and their owners.
I always love this bit.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like the dogs looking like the owners.
Yeah. This seems like it would be a fun type of thing for an artist to do. To like make those, like to pick a dog and then draw a human that actually looks human, but still resembles the dog.
I pitched a strip, Humor While You Wait, that like used that conceit as part of the joke, but didn't get in. You'll see it in Freaky sooner or later. as I run through my rejected bad comics.
Snappy answers to stupid. Wait, what? Is this another installment of Al Jaffe's popular long-running feature? Why, yes.
This is from 2001 or 2011. Sorry. Wait, from 2008, 2008, and 2011. So it's a bunch of different ones. And Ryan Flanders, former assistant arts editor, colored it.
Oh, cool. His stuff looks weird colored. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he does his own color work too.
Yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't look weird when it's the fold in and he's doing the painting, but like this type of thing, I'm just so used to seeing it in black and white that.
Yeah, I don't know if it adds.
Yeah.
But I will say, I do think Ryan Flanders is doing a good job of the coloring.
Yeah.
Or Tom Luth is actually the colorist on this first page. So he's the colorist for Aragonés in like Gru.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And then Flanders.
And I think Flanders is doing like a good job as well. I don't know if it's necessary for Jaffe. But would this have been, these are all from the 2000s, so would it have been color in the original? Or have they since been colored?
I honestly don't know. I mean, like, I think, at that time it was all color, but I don't know. Sometimes they would print black and white stuff. This was originally colored, this Paul Coker. Yeah. Because this would have been on
written
the
by
back
Al
cover,
Jaffe.
The inside cover, probably. Or wait,
written by
year?
Al Jaffe. So
back cover. Yeah.
Was this from 76? I wonder if this was from when writers and artists got paid the same.
Oh.
Or if, because that happened at some point in Mad, they decided, okay, we're just going to pay artists the same as like writers the same as artists.
Yeah.
Which is good for
Jaffe
me.
Was like,
because I got two paychecks whenever I was in Mad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I was a writer artist. But early on, but they used to pay the writers less.
And
then they basically came together and talked to Gaines and said, like, well, okay, look, like, it's not as much work to write a comic strip. as it is to draw it, but we have to submit like 40 comics to get one in. So there is like labor involved.
Yeah, and like the artist is given a script, and then they do the work mostly once, right? It'll be edited, and they'll get feedback. I'm sure that they have to change, but yeah, I could see why that would be. Yeah, never mind.
I think it worked out so that it was like a pay raise for writers and not a pay cut for artists. So
Yeah,
it was good.
Nice.
This is a Davis, eh?
Yeah.
Written by Duck Edwing.
One Fine Morning in Miami. What is like Miami in the news recently or something? 1990. I don't think
that's the problem with these reprints is like every time you see something, you're like, well, why is this one here? What is this? Like, what's the relevance of this to like our modern times?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes like, there's not.
Yeah. It's nice though. I think like one doing the themes for them kind of helps with that a little bit, where it's like, well, they needed to find something that had to do with dogs. So that's why it's here.
Probably helps to edit them for sure, to like have like some sort of thing. But then it's like here, it's like you've got two alligator strips next to each other. Why?
Good point. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It is like a little. Oh yeah, look at this. This is so these would all be like. So this, we just sort of have like the back page comics, right? Or like the things. We have a bunch of one pagers. Oh wait, no, this would not be. Never mind.
No, then you've got Don Martin doing like.
I assumed that this would be.
Who normally does a one pager, doing like a multi-page, like Mad Look At kind of thing.
Yeah. When was this?
76.
76. So that would not have been in color. I wish that this was not colored. I wish it was black and white. Who colored it?
There's some things that make me wonder, like where the ketchup, like if you've turned back a page with the ketchup, where he's dumping the ketchup on himself.
Yeah.
It's like, how was that in black and white? Was that in black? Did they convert that black to red?
Yeah.
Or was it outlined and they erased the outline?
Oh, here, Clown Nikki has a question that needs a snappy answer. Is this a recycled snappy answers to stupid questions?
And it's cobbled together from like a bunch of different ones from the like 2008 to 2011.
That's not snappy. You have to say like, no, it's a
recycled
live stream.
Dash.
Yeah, you're gonna write the one that they fill in themselves. Yeah, these are fun. I don't know. It's like I think he's a good artist for these like little 3-panel things.
Don Martin?
Or he was. Yeah.
He's Mad's maddest artist and crackedest artist as well.
Oh, I loved that. I loved that they did that.
They were so crazy. What a bunch of bricks. And I love how Mad's like response to Cracked was like always just to never acknowledge that they existed. Never reference them. It's like they knew. And whereas like every Cracked, especially like in the early 80s before Mort Todd took over, like in the late 70s, early 80s, it's like they were just like clamoring to be like remind you that like we're kind of like Mad.
Yeah.
Which is like what a bunch of losers, you know. And I love Cracked, you know, but like, man, have some dignity.
Dude, it's so hard to find Cracked magazines.
Susie did this, eh?
No,
let's look. The picture there.
Oh yeah, Susie Splab.
Yeah. Splab? Hopefully she got 2 paychecks.
Who? What? Wait. What? Where does Splab come from? Oh dang, bro, Dick is packing, man.
Oh yeah, he's a hottie.
Yeah. Step aboard the What Me Worry 2. Dick's 50-foot houseboat on the Hudson River. It was the scene for many mad New Year's Eve parties. Admission was free, but you had to be a part of the evening's entertainment.
God, Matt was so fucking cool, you know?
Yeah.
Dick lives on a first off, he's a fucking stone cold stud. You know? Like,
dude, it's crazy.
And then he lives on a houseboat and he has this awesome party where it's like anyone can go, but you have to be part of the entertainment.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so wild, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rock and roll, you know?
Yeah. And it's like a bunch of these guys were like old. Like but
Well,
they were like,
cartoonists skew old. Like,
yeah.
they do tend to skew old. Like, um, you know, like it's not a lot of young guys working at like Mad ever, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Well, and I
always
guess
old
you have to
guys.
like kind of cut your teeth, right? And you have to build up a portfolio. Then you get a job, a regular job at a magazine, or like you get your name out there, right?
Well,
So
there's no exit strategy either. So
yeah.
there's no retirement. You just work until you die, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's why Al Jaffe retired at 100.
Yeah.
You know, to live out his years. You know?
Oh my God. Dude, I love
Okay.
this picture though. It's
So
amazing.
now that like Dick is like kind of fluffed you, now you can really blow your load on some like hardcore Berg here.
The lighter side of the best of the lighter side of the Mad Office. I do like his portrayal of William Gaines. Um, Mostly because he almost has like a Prince Valiant style haircut minus the bangs.
Well, they had a really like rocky relationship, eh?
Oh
Because
really?
yeah, because like Gaines was like famously an atheist, and
Oh
Berg
yeah.
was like a fundamentalist Christian, basically.
Yeah.
And so like Berg would constantly be trying to like, you know, be like, God bless you or whatever. And like Gaines's response would be like, fuck you. And so like, you know, like they kind of like bumped up a bit. But obviously like there's respect there, right? Obviously like they're friends.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
mean, as much as you
goodness.
can be friends with your boss, you know.
Yeah. What is this? Did your copy have a subscription card at the Tarzan bit? No. No, I didn't. I bought mine from the comic shop. So I didn't there's definitely Barnes and B&W in the 80s. Wait, no. This is just a Barnes and Noble thing. No, this is unrelated to the lawsuit, is my guess.
Is that the first time he's appeared in the recycled issue? Is this a snappy answer before I answer sincerely?
No, answer this one sincerely.
I don't know.
My guess is the timing of it, the lawsuit was over after this came out, I think. So, or right around the time. So that's just happenstance. That's not connected, I would say.
I feel like he's probably been in it.
I'm shocked if he wouldn't have,
because it was a work for hire situation, right? So it's like they can like publish any of the stuff in the magazines. I feel like the Don Martin stuff was over like other mediums, right? It was over paperbacks.
It was over the trademark. It was over his name. It wasn't over the. And Richmond, Tom Richmond left a really good explanation of things. I have a good friend who's a lawyer, and so I kind of want to get him to like look up some info and like do some research that I'm never gonna fucking do.
Well, that's
About
any
it.
research.
Exactly. I can't even be bothered to read the magazines I'm doing an episode on. You think I'm gonna look up trademark law? But anyway, if you go to that video, Richmond breaks it down pretty well. It's but yeah, it's all about, it's not copyright at all because of the fact that it was work for hire.
Yeah.
It's the name Don Martin as a trademark. And she's losing because she hasn't produced anything. So it's a trademark of nothing. You know, that the key part of a trademark is that there's trade happening. So if you don't actually utilize it, you do lose it. So, yeah.
Or if you don't re-up it, right?
Well, I don't know. I think
you can just go pay your your filing fees and you can keep your trademark without actually like using it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Anything I would say would be a guess, but
this is so. Did you say he did like an article on his website, or did
no? He left a comment on the video I made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he fucking watches this channel sometimes, man. So you gotta.
I know. That's why every time I start like talking freely, I'm like, oh fuck. You must just hate me.
Oh my god. No,
I always do this. I have all these cartoonists that like I really respect and I like their work, and then I talk candidly, and then I find out later like, oh, I probably like pissed this person off, and maybe I didn't, because Tom has a really good sense of humor.
Yeah,
but
well,
there's other cartoonists where I've said things and I've gotten emails later being like, fuck you. You're like, oh my god, you're like my hero. I didn't even know you knew that I existed, and now you hate me.
But you know I exist now, so that's a plus.
Yeah, but now you'll never sign an autograph for me. Not that I like autographs, but you'll never come on the nostril zone.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. You can say anything on this channel because I have so much fun when you're on. So
and because no one takes you seriously.
Hey, fuck you. Son of a bitch. Listen, honestly, there's probably something to that. And it probably works in my favor.
It does. It does.
It's like, oh wait, he misspoke. This guy doesn't fucking know anything.
Yeah, he doesn't even do any like preparation.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll move on. Oh wait, actually, I want to talk about this, man. Paul Coker, because I really love Paul Coker.
Yeah, he died a few months back, right?
Yeah, and so I don't know. I guess it would be easy to sort of like forget about him in a way, not in a mean way, but it's like time fucking moves on, right? So I'm glad that they did that. I'm glad that they took the time to give him a nice tribute, because he did so much. There's so many awesome things that he contributed to this magazine. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I always loved his work. We're coming to the end here. You know what I haven't seen so far is a correction about my name being omitted from the last issue.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's in the next issue.
Oh, I hope.
Susie.
Yeah, checks in the mail. All right, who's this? Hold on. Which one? Listen, I got to check this out real quick. So this is the list of people. And number 12 is, well, that's not true. It says number 12 is Leonard Brenner. That's not accurate. That's a lady.
Maybe they've transitioned since this was published.
Well, then why are they calling it Leonard? Why are they calling her Leonard? Presumably, if you transition.
Yeah, but maybe he's transitioned since publication, right? And they didn't have time to go back and fix the art, but they could easily fix the text.
Okay.
Wait,
Debbie Woodbridge.
No, okay, so I've actually got Amy Voziola's associate editor. I probably didn't pronounce that right, but so maybe that's a misprint in your issue, but in the digital it says Amy Voziola's. Vozeolas.
Yeah, and it also says in the print one, it says number 9 is Debbie Woodbridge, but that's the gentleman.
I've got Mort Drucker.
Yeah.
So here's an example of where,
jacked up.
If you did a little bit of research beforehand, you could have asked me to overlay this, and you could have had a nice overlay that would have fit the whole screen, and you could have just like put this over top and seen the whole thing. But it would have required a little bit of like thought.
It would have it also would have required like a 5-second DM on Instagram.
It's true. And to be fair, I could have said this after the show instead of making a big deal of it. But I feel like it's become a running gag.
Please tell me all the other ways in which I've let us down. Yeah, honestly, hey, I'm taking this criticism earnestly. Next time you're on, I'm going to be researched.
You're going to be a real nerd.
Yeah. And he'd be like, well, actually, Kyle, did you know that in 1952?
Seriously though, I could have overlaid that for you and like.
All right, I feel bad. Okay, is that what you want? I feel bad.
Well, it's just your show could be better. That's all I'm saying. If you just asked me to help in this situation. The thing is, it's probably not worth it. Right?
It's probably not.
No, remember that Halloween episode we did? We recorded all that stuff.
We did so much work.
I went and looked. No extra views.
No extra views. We should do a Christmas one though.
I do want to do a Christmas one. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I think
I have a plan for you if you want to do a Christmas one.
Oh, sweet, dude. Can I do Bela Lugosi again?
Well, that doesn't really fit in, but maybe we can work that in somehow now.
So this is super fun. It's like it is a double fold in.
Yeah, this is uncharted territory.
Dude. Should I fold it? I'm not going to fold it. Fuck you guys.
Oh my god. See, here's another example. I could have
No, here's another example. All right. You've soured my mood.
Folded version.
You've soured my mood, Kyle. Okay.
I've done that before.
That's what this is an example of.
Soured my mood. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
All right. I told you earlier today I got the heart of an artist, all right? So you should have been fucking walking on eggshells.
Where do you keep
after
that?
that.
The drawer? You should keep it in the refrigerator. It's gonna stink.
Right next to her liver. What was I saying?
I tell you, I got the liver of an artist with all this beer.
Listen, I'm not counting, but that's like, what is that? Your fourth drink, bro? You got to be careful.
It's actually my second. But they're pretty strong. I gotta.
I'm counting the two that you beer bonged right before the show.
It's the acid though that I took before that really like pushes it over the edge. You know, the beer's kind of cut down on that.
Dude, know what my buddy's talking about is he was like, are
you saying I'm not your buddy?
No, another buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I offended you.
Oh no, man! I hope we're buddies. We went from acquaintances, we're up to buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you're my buddy. All right.
Hell yeah,
fine.
dude.
Fine.
Dude, that made my night. Listen. All right. My mood is no longer soured. This is what I'm going to say
savory, though. If anything.
Hold on. I'm trying. Oh wait, there we go. I'm going to put this in the show description right afterwards. A link to your channel is in the chat.
Thank you.
If you guys haven't, like, I can't imagine you're watching this and you are not subscribed to Kyle Bridgett, but you got to check it out. He's got all the shiz. The Nostril Zone. He's got Canonically
Where we listen to tunes and draw cartoons every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Canonically Crumb. Sorry, I'm speaking over you.
Go. Here. Sorry, you go. You can.
I feel like you're screwing it up. I want to let you do it, but anyway, we've got Canonically Crumb, where we explore the comics and characters of the Crummyverse. That happens as weekly as possible, which is more like monthly. And then every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time in the Nostril Zone, where I live stream. And I don't do any research there either. But
can I speak yet?
I don't have guests. If I have guests, I do research. You know, you've been on.
I have been on.
I had stuff laid out to talk about.
Yeah, you did. It was amazing. It was actually a really good experience coming onto a show that somebody prepared for.
Yeah, I like to leave a good taste in people's mouth. I mean, obviously not online when it's not on my channel. In other people's channel, I leave a.
Yeah.
I'll show myself out now.
You burn other people's bridges.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I need the Wikipedia page for Canada. I'm so uncultured. What does that even mean? Is there any way to know ahead of time if you're going to be live on a given Friday? I try at the beginning of the week to post it. I drew a kind of every other week thing. So next week, no live stream. This upcoming week or the week after, I will do a live stream. I should probably start scheduling them. I don't know how many you can schedule out. So I'll schedule the next one.
I too would like that actually, because there's been a couple times I've tuned in I've been like, oh, not this week. And then I've missed ones that have happened. So
yeah, I should do that. That would probably be inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, Harvey was like, where the hell are you? And it's like, I'm on vacation. I'm sorry. But yeah. Kyle, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Again, visit his YouTube. Check it out in the description below. Now this is my time to talk now. Okay, Kyle. Please check out the Patreon, patreon.com/flipping through. Support me if you would like. If you don't,
like and subscribe too.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. Toodaloo.